Pretty girl, looking in the mirror. Do you see your soul? Have you ever had a chance to pray?
Now, number 1 of 4 effects of sexual sin. Okay? Opening spiritual doors with another person. With another person. Genesis 2:24. Therefore a man shall leave his mother and father and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So basically what happens now when this number 1 point, opening spiritual doors to another person, that's one of the that's one of the 4 effects of sexual sin. What happens now when that happens? When you engage in intimacy with someone that you're not married to, you're opening a door, right? You're opening a door to that other person's life, what they carry, right? What they carry, what they go through, what they are struggling with, and stuff like that. And if so, let's say, for instance, I can say, let's say you're a virgin and a man that sleeps around for a living and is living in that sin at that moment. What you've done now is opened yourself to inviting him and what he carries, all those spirits, all the other women's problems and struggles and sins are now being invited into you. As much as he's now also opened to you, right? You are both opening doors to each other. And when you open doors to each other, what kind of invite is it that you're getting yourself into, right? What kind of invite is it that we're getting ourselves into? That is one of the questions that we should always be asking ourselves, that when I sleep with a person and you don't know their past, or you hear of their past that, oh, they are people that have slept around and whatnot, known to sleep around and whatnot, do you ask yourself that what kind of people are they that they have slept around with? You know, because others could have or others could be suffering from for instance, I'm making examples, even the wildest examples, okay, because anything is possible. Others that are suffering from, let me say, mental illness, from depression, the people that they're sleeping with. What if it's someone that's a druggie, right? So now the spirit that person takes from all the people he's been sleeping with, one is a drug addict, one has mental problems, one is a person that is a suicidal person, and now he comes into you and you're exchanging, and all of a sudden, after 1 month of sleeping with this person, you're now starting to think of weird things. You're now suicidal. You're now trying out different drugs. You know, you have this thing that is inviting you to try out new stuff, and in those things you don't see anything wrong, unless of course you're very self-conscious and are self-aware, where you question yourself like, this is not me. This, God, why am I craving these things? Why now is my life like this? Okay, so that's what happens. We open doors to other people that we are sexually active with, and honestly, it's not good. It's not good. I myself have dated men that I have said, okay, I'm dating for marriage, and they have shown signs, of signs, ladies, these guys, they can, as you grow up, and it's too late because our parents might have not taught us, and our elders, our male elders might have not taught us how silly men can be. You only find out later that, oh my gosh, all these times I didn't know that men are the kings of lies. They can trick you into anything as long as you're willing to listen. And when you're vulnerable and you've never been exposed to men who manipulate, narcissists and stuff like that, it's very hard sometimes. It's very hard sometimes, whereby you fall into traps that because you're taught that you date until marriage, you think that every guy that you get in a committed relationship with is a guy that's going to marry you because he talks about God, because he quotes Bible verses, because, oh, he seems so sweet, this and that. Nah. Only 3 months later, you get to find out that, oh my gosh, that was a whole mask that man was wearing. Okay, so it's just those things. It could also be vice versa with women. We have women that are promiscuous. Okay, we have women that are promiscuous, and because of their own reasons. Sometimes it's background, sometimes maybe it's from poverty, that they decide to go and sell their bodies, that they fall into prostitution or into sex addict and whatnot, or they met someone that is a sex addict, and now because they've opened that door to that person, now they've become that. Even women, there's men that have been holding themselves, and saying, I'm going to keep myself, but they date someone that has the spirit of Jezebel, okay, that has the spirit of of addiction to sex, and the poor guy now is addicted to sex. Now he's the one that's going around sleeping around with other women. Okay, not good. So number 2, soul ties and attachments. Soul ties and attachments. Okay, be careful who you unite with. Ahab was already a wicked man, but when he united with Jezebel, he fell to another level of destruction and wickedness for him and the nation of Israel. That is First Kings, is it? Is it First King? I forgot the Bible verse that I wrote. So think about this. When Ahab was supposed to, he had a mission, right? He had a mission, and he had a mission that God had said he should fulfill, right? And which is now fighting for the children of Israel. And because he met with Jezebel, from his wickedness, he was already a wicked man. He was already a wicked man. And then now he bumps into Jezebel. Imagine what kind of destruction came over his life. Soul ties are so addictive. I've been through that, and I'm still fighting that, from my last relationship. I'm still fighting that because there was a soul tie. Okay, soul ties are so bad where you try to move on, but you feel so attached to this person, and you're like, I don't know why I can't move on from this person. There was some sort of soul ties. Other people, basile, they go and do funny things spiritually, right? When you sleep with them, and they do things that tie you guys together, that when you sleep together, they put whatever they put in their privates, okay, in their privates, to keep you attached to them. And by the time you want to leave, seeing that no, this is not a godly relationship, this relationship is so toxic, I don't want to be here anymore, you find yourself running back to the person. Okay, you find yourself running back to the person, you find yourself being addicted to that person's sexual energy. Do you understand? And God says, flee from sexual immorality. Flee from sexual immorality. Okay? Flee. Don't pray against it. Don't run. Run. There's things that you can pray against and you can fight and warfare. When there's a war, people run from the war. Only soldiers walk because they are given authority. They are trained. But other people, when there's a war, you flee. When there's danger, you run. When there's danger, you don't have time to run towards the danger. You run. You run. And this man, knowing that he was already wicked, I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, Ahab. He became more wicked. And instead of playing the role that he was supposed to be playing, and the role that he was supposed to be playing, that God had given him, that wickedness was added with the spirit of Jezebel. And there came a destruction. Soul ties can destruct our lives, guys. Literally destruct our lives. You can lose your job from sleeping with the wrong person. Your life can be stagnant from having a soul tie with the wrong person. Do you understand? You can it just makes me so weak, because when I think about it, and I'm like, soul ties are something not to even play with, because in you try to run so much from that relationship, but the addiction always gets you back, and you're always wondering why. It's a soul tie to a point that you can't even come up with things of how do I leave this relationship. You hear someone say, oh, I don't know why I go back and whatnot, I want to leave. It's a soul tie. It's a soul tie. And sometimes it's even people that have done the soul tie rituals on you, that you will hear them say, I can't get away from you, I'm trying to move on, I'm with somebody, but I can't. You're always on my mind, you're always on my heart, you're always on my if that, literally guys, if that. I hate soul ties with all my life. I hate soul ties with all my life. And it does not mean that because you're sleeping with one person, you cannot have soul ties. Remember the mistake that people make when they sleep with someone that they're dating and it's only one person, and they're like, no, I won't get into such addictions. If I'm addicted, I'm going to be addicted to this person. That's also part of the soul tie. That's also a soul tie, right? It doesn't make me a Jezebel. Already God not wanting us to engage in sex before marriage is already us being Jezebels. Sorry, trigger. As much as we can say, oh no, there are girls that are sleeping around, blah 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 blah, no, not like me, but I'm dating one man and I'm sleeping with one man. That one man is not married to you, my dear. No, that one man is not married to you. That one man is going out gallivanting, opening women's legs, while you are there, all loyal and spiritually married to him. without God's concern, he comes back and you are a Jezebel. I was a Jezebel. I'm a Jezebel. Whether I dated and had sex with one man when I was dating, when I was in serious relationships, and I've always said, no, this is my man. Hey, for the fact that that man did not marry me, those guys did not marry me. Jezebel. Jezebel, 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 Jezebel. Jezebel, 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 Jezebel.
Take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Fill up on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know